All right, friends. It's the last day. It's the day before doing this stair climb. 7 in the morning. Um, this is my first time doing a kind of video like this. So it might be, I'll try to keep it short as possible, but I just wanted to give the story of my mom's journey leading up to this lung transplant. The first time that I kind of was worried about her was 19 years ago. She had been a smoker for a good portion of her life. We went to Germany for kind of a graduation present for myself, which was awesome. And I don't know if you guys know there's a castle in Austria that the Disney castle is modeled after. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the light out of the background. Um, but yeah, so we had to climb a pretty big hill to get there to see it, and then after that, we had to climb more stairs to see it all, and we had to stop a lot. And I was a track runner in high school, so I was kind of in good shape and stuff like that. And it was a little frustrating. I was like, "Mom, why can't you get up here? Why can't you get up here?" And it was frustrating for her as well because she wanted to make it. And it got done. We made it, and she got to see it, and she loved it. And we had all kinds of good photos. Oh, that light's pretty good there. Um, then we went back to Illinois, and I started college. And after Thanksgiving, she ended up in the hospital for diverticulitis. While she was in there for that, they had to do a lot of research on, or the doctors had to figure out what they could do or not do or whatever, and they were going to do surgery, and her blood ox was way too low to do surgery. And that's when they started figuring out there was something up with her lungs, obviously. And back 19 years ago, alpha 1 disorder was not a commonly known lung disease. So it took a few years, if I remember correctly, for them to figure out that that was what was going on. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep this a little bit short, but or as short as possible. But after multiple years of multiple doctors working on her case, they were able to deduce down that she had alpha 1 disorder, which a lot of people don't even know that's a thing. What it is, it's a genetic disease that if you have it, your lungs, take all the bad stuff out of the air, and it goes through your liver, like so you oxygenate your blood, and then it goes to your liver, and then your liver cleans the blood. But what she has is a blocker basically that doesn't allow her liver to clean the blood. So it's essentially a genetic version of emphysema. So you pair that with, and if a doctor watches this video, they're going to be annoyed because I'm sure I'm not saying everything correctly. Um, Also at 7 a.m., I apologize. This is like the first thing I'm doing in the morning. Uh, so yeah, she's got like dirty blood, and then she smoked, and you live in a city. There's a lot of stuff that could make things worse. At that time, the doctors told her that she had 5 years to live. So we're in year 20-ish now of her fighting this lung disease, this thing that became a part of our family in a sense. Um, I don't remember the exact dates or anything like that of when we went through all these steps, but she started a plasma treatment, or basically they would clean her blood for her, not like dialysis, which is like cleaning your kidneys, but it basically was just like a booster to try to like keep everything going. So we had to like set aside I don't know like how you guys are, but sometimes like when I come home from the grocery store, I got to figure out how to find room in the fridge. But we had to set aside a good portion of room in in our fridge for this medication. And twice a week she would get these transfusions that would help clean her blood and help her liver, and that continued for like almost 10ish years. She went on oxygen 100% of the time, different amounts of oxygen on a concentrator. We kind of just adapted to that. We just had to get used to that. There's oxygen tubes, like she always calls it her like leash, and everything we had a plan, like every movement, holidays, everything started to change, which is fine. But my mom's a huge fighter, always has been. She's a tiny woman and very very feisty. So regardless, like I don't know, like 4ish, 5ish years ago, she got on the lung transplant list. But like with what she's going through and been through, you have to be healthy enough to get like to. It's like winning the lottery. You have to be healthy enough to get a set of lungs, and also like I said, she's small, so the size has to match as well. And about I don't know, almost 57 days ago, she got on. She won. She won a set of lungs, which is outstanding. And she had the surgery. The lungs went in, and all that is working great. She's breathing without oxygen for the first time in like over 10 years. I mean, without supplemented oxygen. She's breathing. What they call it is like she's breathing room air, so she's not having augmented oxygen. Blood ox is at like 96 plus on room air, which like that's normal. That's great. Transplant surgeries are hard, and with her size and the condition she was going into it, it put a big tax on her body. So she's fighting off some infections, and the diverticulitis thing kind of is still popping up. I'm working full time in at a restaurant, so it's kind of hard for me to take time to be with my mom. My sisters are teachers, and they're able to flex their time a little bit better than myself, and they've thrown themselves selflessly into to being there and making sure that we're monitoring all the stuff that's going on day to day in the hospital. And what I like to say is every minute is an improvement. So, I mean, we've been borrowing time for the last 10 years ish. So, this is all good. I don't know if many of you know, but the name Brian means strong in multiple languages. Brian in Espanol, strong. Either way, so this is the last day that I'm able to accept donations for this American Lung Association Fight for Air stair climb, and I've been training and going to doctors that I haven't been to a doctor in like 9 years. So, I'm having to accept some stuff that was going on in my life, and I'm doing this. I'm doing this for my mom, but I'm doing it for a lot of people who don't know about this disease. Who people just you see somebody with oxygen on. It's like wearing a piercing or a tattoo at that point. Like you shouldn't ostracize somebody with oxygen. Like don't act like they're dying. Don't act like they've haven't fought life. Or I mean, don't act like Sorry, I get emotional, so I'm losing words. And those of you who know me, that I'll lose words like this all the time. Right at 10 minutes now, so I'm gonna cut this down. But yeah, today's the last day for me to accept donations. Please donate. Share this video. I share everything, so like share it. And if they don't donate to my exact name, that's fine. They just be aware. All right, I love you guys.